Hello and welcome. Whenever we remove duplicates in our data using the Remove Duplicate wizard under the Data tab in the Data Tools group, we don't get to see where in our data the duplicates occur, and we don't get to review the duplicate prior to removing them. Sometimes we just want to find the duplicates in our data and not to delete them. We want to know which records or rows are duplicated. Maybe we want to know more about the duplicates so we can deal with the root cause. For instance, if we find that all or most of the duplicates occur on a certain day of the week, we can investigate how the data is collected during that day of the week. If you want to follow along using the workbook or the data I will be using, please check the link in the video description below. The data we are using contains records of different product valuations by different companies at different times. This data has duplicates, but we cannot scroll through and eyeball all the duplicates. There are too many records, and so we need a consistent and efficient way to find the duplicates. The first thing to do is to define what constitutes a unique record. In our case, a record is a duplicate of another if their valuation dates are the same and their product codes are also the same. Thus, no two records should have the same valuation date and product code. This is a rule we will use to find duplicates in our data. If you are following this tutorial with your own data, and you do not already have a field that identifies a unique record, try and create one based on the columns in your data. To make things easy for us, we will insert a new column and call it UID, which will contain the unique identifier for each record. We will put in a formula that concatenates valuation date and product code, the two columns we are using to define a unique record. In cell F2, we type A2, ampersand, which is an operator for concatenating strings. Then cell B2, and double-click the fill handler to copy the formula down the rows. We now have a unique identifier for each record in our data. Realize that Excel internally stores dates as numbers, and that is why we see numbers in our UID column. Now, we can apply conditional formatting to highlight the duplicates in the UID column. Before we do that, let us sort the UID field. The sorting is done so that the duplicates can be arranged next to each other. Notice that the valuation of product YMD on October 30th has been duplicated, and the duplicates are next to each other. And we also see that rows 14 and 15 are duplicates. Select the entire UID column. From the Home tab, under Styles group, click Conditional Formatting, and hover Highlight Cells Rules. The option we want is Duplicate Values. Click it. We will go with the default formatting, so click OK. We see all the duplicates highlighted in red. Both the record and its duplicates are highlighted. If we want to have all the duplicates grouped together, we can apply a filter to the UID column. In this case, we can filter by cell color. We can now review the duplicates and decide whether to delete them. Though we can identify the duplicated records, deleting them this way will remove both the record and its duplicate. When a record has a duplicate, we usually want to delete the duplicate and not both. I will just press Ctrl Z to undo the filter. We want to find the duplicates of a record using a formula. Make sure we still have the UID column sorted, so that the duplicates appear next to each other. Now, insert a new column. I will call the new column is duplicate. What we need next is a formula that asks a true or false, yes or no kind of question. If you want to be a little technical, you can say a logical or Boolean formula. We will take advantage of the fact that our data is sorted and ask each UID whether it is the same as the UID before it. For instance, if we are looking at the UID in row 3, we ask if it is the same as that of row 2. Is the UID in row 4 the same as that of row 5? If they are the same, then one of them is a duplicate. So, in cell G3, type F3 equals F2. The formula returns true if it finds a UID to be a duplicate of a previous UID. Otherwise, it returns false. The very first record has no previous record, so we can type false here. Look at rows 6 and 7. Row 7 is a duplicate of row 6. Let us scroll down a little bit. Rows 121 and 122 are duplicates of row 120. We can now filter the is duplicate column to see the records that are duplicates. There are 24 of them. Unlike the conditional formatting approach, deleting the filtered records will only affect the duplicate. If you are interested in knowing more about using formulas to find duplicates, try replacing the formula in its duplicate column with any of these formulas. Make sure the records are first sorted such that duplicated rows appear next to each other. Notice that the first formula is an array formula, and so you may have to press Ctrl plus Shift plus Enter key combinations if you are not using Excel 365. The formula approach we have used, though quite simple, it depends on a sorted column. A little reordering can throw the formula off. Can you think of a different approach that will work even if the data is sorted? And finally, if you want to be a little bit sophisticated, try using the advanced filter wizard to get just the duplicate in the data. In this video, we have looked at ways to find duplicates in our data using formulas and conditional formatting. The tricks discussed can be helpful if we want to review the duplicates and decide whether to delete them. Thanks for watching.